Continue na tayo para matapos tayo agad. So, can you guys see my screen?
Yes, sir.
So, this Fibonacci sequence will only take 5-10 minutes only. Okay, so, sobrang dali lang nito. So, the next topic is chapter 1.2, Fibonacci or the Fibonacci sequence. Okay? So, first, what is sequence? So, it is a sequence or an ordered list of numbers, okay, called terms. So, that may have repeated values. So, pag sinabi nating sequence, meron tayong maraming numbers, of course. And then, followed sila by numbers or pwede rin letters kung meron man. And then, each of those number or letter, we call those terms. So, meron tayong first term, second term, third term, fourth term, and so on and so forth. Kung ilang list of each number or list of each word yung nandun. Okay? So the arrangement of these items is set by a definite rule. Okay? So meron tayong pina-follow na rule kung bakit sila na-arrange from this number to that number. So pwedeng lowest to highest or highest to lowest. Okay? So for example, generating a sequence. So analyze the given sequence for its rule and identify the next 3 items. So kahit yung first item na lang muna, so para di sabay-sabay. So we've started from 1, next is 10, and then 100, and then 1,000. So what could be the next term after 1,000?
10,000.
10,000.
10,000.
Hindi magdagdag lang kayo ng 0. So this one will be 10,000. The next term or the second term is 100,000.
100,000.
And then the last one is 1 million. So those are the 3 terms, next 3 terms. How about letter B? 2, 5, 9, 14, 20. What is the next value after 20?
27.
27.
Yeah, so 27. So paano natin nakuha yung 27? So again, pwede kayo mag-start sa ganitong method. 5 minus 2 will be 3. 9 minus 5 will be 4. 14 minus 9 will be 5. So as you can see, yung pattern na nakuha natin doon is incrementing by 1. Pero nag-start siya sa plus 3. Plus 3, plus 4, plus 5, plus 6, plus 7. So ito, plus 3, plus 4, plus 5, and then plus 6. So 14 plus 6 is 20. So the next one is 7. So plus 7. So 20 plus 7 is 27. So the next one is 8. So 27 plus 8 is 35. And then 38 plus 8 is 46. So those are the 3 or the next 3 terms. So 27, 35, and then 43. May sagot ko kanina. Okay, so you can verify that one later on with this solution. So for the first one, so yung pattern na nakuha natin is naka-range siya by initially is 1, by 2, by 3, and then 10 raised to 4, 10 raised to 5, or 10 raised to 6. So we have a lot of ways to figure out what is the pattern. Okay, so ito, gumamit lang tayo ng raise. Okay, so naka-raise yung una natin. Ito, for the pinakauna is 1 raised to 0. Okay, which is 0. And then 1 raised to 2 is still 1. Oops, nasa na ba yun? Then, kasi yung base natin is 10. Okay, hindi 1 pala. Sorry. So 10 raised to 1 is 10. And then 10 raised to 2 is 100. And then 10 raised to 3 is 1,000. And then 10 raised to 4 is 10,000. 10 raised to 5 is 100,000. And then 10 raised to 6 is 1 million. Okay? So kung meron kayong queries or clarification, so feel free to interrupt me anytime. Okay? And then here's the solution for the letter B. So kagaya ng sabi ko kanina, pwede nyo kunin yung difference ng first and then second and third, and then third and fourth, and so on and so forth. Yung sa makuha nyo yung difference, which is 3, 4, and then 5. So kung papansin niyo dito is incrementing by 1 na siya. So kung susundan nyo lang yan, incrementing na siya by 1. So 6 is 7, 8, and then 9. So add nyo lang yun sa mga tatlong term natin. So ito yung first term, second term, and then third term. First term result, second term, and then third term. 44 pala, mali ako. Oops, bakit? 7, 8, 9. Maling computation ko, sorry. So 7, 8, and then 9. So dito, 35 plus 9 is 44, not 43. Okay? So kung sakaling hindi nyo masyadong maintindihan, so you can read all of those. Pero kung nagets mo naman natin, that's okay already. So yung sagot natin doon is 27, 35, and then 44. Alright, so assignment. So hindi ko na to ibibigay as your assignment. Okay. Bibigay ko na to as your quiz actually. Pero hindi lahat. Okay, kasi medyo madami-dami to. So meron tayong A, B, C, D, E, hanggang I. A to I. Okay? So kukuha na lang ako dito sa C to I. Okay? So sasagutan na natin to ngayon, tong letter A saka letter B. Alright, so analyze the given sequence for each rule and identify the next 3 terms. So anong next 3 terms natin sa letter A? So sobrang dali lang nito, kayang-kaya nyo to.
264.
Anyone? What is the next first term? Dito, after 1 to 8. Alright, what is the next term after 1 to 8?
256.
256, that's correct. So as you can see, ito is nagdo-double lang siya. Okay, nagdo-double ng value which is times 2. So 16 times 2 is 32, 32 times 2 is 64, 64 times 2 is 128. And then yung next term dito is times 2 lang. So 128 times 1 times 2 pala is 256. And then 256 times 2 is 1,000, ilan na yun? 1,012. Ano ba? Yeah, 1,012. And then 1,012 times 2 is 2,024. Okay? So those are the next 3 terms. How about letter B? How about the letter B?
Negative 128, sir.
So negative 128. So sometimes wala siya sa computation.
Yes, sir.
Yung sign. Okay. So dito, hindi nyo siya makukuha kapag kinocompute nyo with the sign. So eto, kunin nyo muna yung value, okay, which is same lang din, times 2 times 2 times 2. And then, kung papansinin nyo, nag-umpisa tayo sa wala or positive, and then followed by 2 negatives, and then 2 positive, and then this one should be 2 positive. 2 negative, sorry. So negative 128, and then positive 256, and then negative 512. Okay. So, ganun yung pattern for this letter B. Okay. So, for this one, okay, letter C to I, iiwanan ko na to sa inyo. Okay. So, first thing that you need to know is ano ba tong Fibonacci sequence? Okay. So, I would like you guys to search on the internet. Okay. And then, find out nyo kung bakit yung Fibonacci first term natin is 1, Fibonacci 2 is or second term is still 1, and then the third term is 2. So dito, kung papansinin nyo, kung search naman ngayon din, wait lang, pakita ko lang sa inyo. Oops. Fibonacci sequence. Yan. So dito kasi sa Fibonacci sequence, yung first term natin is 0. Okay? But in my example, or in your quiz, the first term is 1. Okay? So nag-adjust ako ng isa. So take note on that one. And then yung second term ko is still 1. Wherein, ang first term dito is 0. And then the second term is 1. Okay? So ang pa-follow nyo is ito, onwards. So first term, second term, third term, fourth term, and so on and so forth. So nakalista na dito yung hanggang, hindi ko alam hanggang ilan to. Okay? Pero yan yung first term and then ito yung pinaka-last term dito. Okay? So, gagawin nyo, what is the 8th term? Okay, hanapin nyo lang siya dito. And then, what is the 19th term? Hanapin nyo lang din siya dito. Oops. Fibonacci sequence, yeah. Okay, and so on and so forth. Okay? So, meron tayong ganyan. Meron kayong ganito, what is the sum of first term and then second term? Sum of those 3 terms, sum of those 4 terms. And then what is the sum from first term to 10th term? Okay? So, iiwanan ko na yun sa inyo. Kayo nang bahala dyan. Kayang-kaya nyo na yan. Sobrang dali lang yan. Okay? So, any question or clarification so far? So, don't worry. Lahat ng mga to, itong mga PDF presentation, i-upload ko mamaya dun sa Facebook group natin para may reference kayo kagad-agad. Okay? Any question, guys, or clarification? Hello? Are you guys still there?
Yes, sir.
Yan ba? Dali lang yan. Mag-brainstorm kayo
Yes,
mga.
sir.
Okay? So, wala nang question. That's it for the chapter 1.2. Okay? So, moving on. Chapter 1.3. Let's wait. There you go. So, chapter 1.3 is composed of organization, prediction, and then control. Okay? So, let's start right away. So, for example, in organization, so a lot of events happen around us. So, in the blink of an eye, so several children have already been born. So, kagaya ng sabi ko kanina. Okay? And then liters of water have been consumed. Nandito. Dapat may ipa dito. Okay? And then thousands of tweets have been posted. Okay? So, kahit saan larangan, merong math palagi. Okay? So, ito lang is my example. Math for organization. Okay? So, yan. Ito yung sample picture lang naman para sa math for organization. So, meron tayong ano ba yung trending ngayon? Ilan na ba yung nag-share? Ilan na ba yung idea na bagong nagawa? Ano yung mga feature natin? Ilan na ba yung, and so on and so forth. Okay, napakadami. Next one is mathematics for prediction. So, pwede nyo rin siya magamit especially for prediction. Kagaya nung bagyo. Okay? Typhoons. Or pwede rin sa season or climate. So, kagaya ng sabi ko kanina, meron tayong winter, summer, ano pa ba? Autumn, and so on and so forth. Okay, so meron pattern yung mga yon. Okay? So, again, it is sometimes history repeats itself. Okay? So, like for example, ito na nga, yung mga sinabi ko kanina, typhoon, saka yung mga weather natin, saka yung climate. And then, heavenly phenomena such as draconoid meteor shower and the Great American Eclipse. Okay? So, ito mga to, meron tong life, ano ba? Time of span. Like, after 1,000 years, magkakaroon na naman ng draconid. After 10,000 years, magkakaroon ng ganito, and so on and so forth. Okay? So, ito yung draconid, meteor shower. And then, ito naman yung the Great American Eclipse. Yeah. Okay. So, alam nyo na ito mga to, pero yan. Gusto ko lang malaman nyo na merong pattern dyan, na merong, nape-predict na nila kung kailan ba yung susunod na eclipse. Nape-predict na nila kung kailan ba yung susunod na magkaroon ng meteor shower and so on and so forth. Okay? And then last one is mathematics for control. Like, for example, at the year 2030 or 2040, malala na yung global warming. Okay? Na-predict nila yun kasi nalalaman nila na padami yung mga factory. Pakonti na ng pakonti yung mga puno, lagi na lang napuputol pero wala naman tumutubo, parang ganun. Or mas maraming napuputol kaysa sa mga tumutubong puno. Okay? So in that way, pwede natin makuha yung mga data, okay, na nakalap natin para ma-prevent Okay? Or ma-predict natin kung kailan ba mangyayari itong mga phenomena ganito or itong mga tawag dito, disaster. Okay? Global warming. And others. Okay? So, pwede pa natin, like for example, population din. Okay? So, pwede natin makontrol yung population na overpopulated na tayo. Like for example, sa China. Okay? So, overpopulated na sila. Kaya, para expected nila at the year 2030, wala na matitirahan yung ibang tao. So, ang ginagawa nila is yun, one-child policy per family. Or baka dumating na yung time na hindi na pwedeng mga anak yung ganito. Okay? Mga chosen people na lang or magbabayad ka na ng malaki kung gusto mong karoon ng ano. Kasi nga, wala nang titirhan. So, tayo rin yung kawawa or yung kalikasan din yung kawawa or yung magsasuffer is yung tao din. Okay? So, example. Dante. So, hindi na to masyadong connected dito. Just an example for prediction. So, Dante had a summer job packing sweets. So, each pack should weigh 200 grams. And then Dante had to make 15 packs of sweets. So, he checked the weights in grams, correct to the nearest gram. So, following are his measurements. So, dapat 200 grams yung packaging niya each sweets. Pero yung iba, of course, ito, 212, 206, yung iba kulang, 196, 198, or 197, and so on and so forth. Okay? So question, what is the most frequent data? So ano yung most frequent data natin? So check natin. So ano guys, ano yung nakikita yung most frequent data?
206, sir.
206. Let's see.
206, sir.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 times nag-prompt yung 206. How about 197? 1, 2. Dalawa lang. 99. Yeah. So 206 yung parang pinakamadami niyang alagay, which means lagi siyang sobra. Okay? So pwede nyo makuha yung, or pwede nyo magamit tong data na to na wherein masabihan si Dante, let's say ikaw yung may-ari ng shop ng sweets na yun. Siyempre malulugi ka kung palaging sobra kasi dapat eksaktong 200 grams. So wag naman yung sobrang kulang. Pwede yung kulang, let's say 1 gram lang or 2 grams, pero wag naman yung laging sobra kasi doon ka malulugi. Okay? And then another example is a certain study found that the relationship between the students' exams, y, and then the number of hours they spent studying x is given by the equation y is equal to 10x plus 45. So using this information, what will be the estimated score of a student who spent 4 hours studying? So basically, ito yung score nyo or score ng student, which is y. And then yung x is yung calculated time na nag-aral siya. Okay? So the question is, what is the estimated score if that student spent 4 hours of study or 4 hours of studying? So substitute nyo lang to dito. So 10 times 4 is 40 plus 45, ilan?
85.
85. So kung papansin niyo, which is very logical naman, kung nag-aral lang siya ng 6 hours, then he'll get a grade of 105, which is sobra-sobra na. Mapu-perfect niya na yung exam or yung score niya dun sa, let's say, class standing niya. Okay? So kung nag-aral ka lang ng 1 hour, so konti lang din yung naaral mo, which is 10 times 1 is 10 plus 45, 65, so bagsak ka na. So quite logical, pero hindi pare-parehas sa lahat ng tao kasi meron iba nag-aral lang ng 30 minutes, mataas pa rin nakuha. Yung iba naman nag-aral lang ng 1 minute, pasado pa rin. Yung iba naman nag-aral lang ng 5 hours, yun, bagsak pa rin. So, depende yan sa capability ng isang tao. Okay? So, in this case, parang sinasabi lang natin na kapag mas nag-aral ka pa, okay, mas mataas ang grade mo. Pag hindi ka nag-aral masyado, like 1 hour lang, mas mababa yung grade mo, of course. Number 3, the distance traveled by an object given its initial velocity and acceleration over a period of time is given by the equation v is equal to v sub o times t plus 1/2 av squared. So find the distance, ito, travel by an airplane before it takes off if it starts from rest, which is ito, velocity of 0, and accelerates down runway at hindi pala, sorry. I think V sub O is the initial acceleration, which is 3.50 meter per second squared for 34.5 seconds for our time. So ito rin yun. Time din to. So dalawa yung time natin. And then A is a constant value. So nakalimutan ko yung constant value nito, pero this A is a constant value. Yes, Miss Daisy? Ano yung maingay? Alright. So, eto. So, nakadepende to sa initial velocity and then sa time. Kung ilang oras siya nag-travel. Wait lang. Wala, sir. Kanina pa yun, sir. Oo nga. 10:42 pa yun. So, hindi ko nabasa. Ngayon ko lang nabasa. Parang late nag-prompt. Anyway. So, ang implication lang dito is pwede nating ma-predict yung distance traveled. Okay? Kung alam natin yung ito, yung initial velocity and then kung ilang oras siyang magta-travel. Okay? So, substitute nyo lang dito. Okay? So, mathematics for control or mathematics for prediction. Okay? So, hanggang dyan lang yung chapter 1.3 natin. So, is there any question so far? Any question or clarification?
Sir, green screen po ba yung nasa likod mo?
Actually, hindi eh. Gray.
Ay,
Pero-
gray kay.
Pwede mo nang palitan as long as plain color. Okay? Nasa
Okay.
nyo ng zoom. Pwede mo ipiliin yung background mo para yun yung ma-detect na hindi lang green screen. Tanggalin mo yung
Okay,
green screen kapag iba yung kulay.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Figure out mo na lang. Okay? So, any other concern or clarification? Anyone? Right, so I think silence means none or wala kang katanungan. So dalawa lang naman yan. It's either wala kang naintindihan or naintindihan mo. Nasa gitna ka, dapat magtanong ka na kasi alanganin kayo. Siyempre, hindi ka naman magtatanong kasi hindi ka nakinig kung sakaling wala ka naintindihan. Pero kung naintindihan mo, I hope nandito ka sa part na naintindihan mo. Okay, lahat-lahat. Well, nandiyan naman lahat ng explanation so pwede nyo balikan yung mga presentation ko anytime. I-upload ko siya mamaya. Alright. So, next is the summary. Okay. So, summary na tayo. So, for the patterns and numbers in nature and the world. So, patterns are regular, repeated, recurring forms or designs. Patterns are commonly observed in natural objects. And then for exponential growth model, population growth and bacterial decay can be modeled by the exponential growth or decay for this formula. Wherein A is the expected growth population, and then P is the initial population, E is a constant value of 2.718, and then R is the growth rate, and then T is the years for the time that na parang kinompute nyo. Okay? Or na, ano bang tawag dito? Time span. Okay? Na gusto nyo alamin at this, after 5 years, hindi nyo makukuha yung population. Okay? And then for the Fibonacci sequence, so it is a sequence is an ordered list, or a sequence is an ordered list of numbers called terms that may have repeated values. And then Fibonacci sequence is formed by adding the preceding two numbers. So ito na yung hint. Okay? Just add the two numbers. So 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. And then 3 plus 1 is 4, and so on and so forth. Okay? And then mathematics for our world. So again, mathematics helps organize patterns and regularities in the world. Then mathematics help predict the behavior of nature and phenomena, okay, in the world, as well as helps human exert control over occurrences in the world for the advancement of our civilization. So, hanggang doon lang yung module 1 natin. So far, I hope lahat yan ma-perfect nyo. Sobrang dadali lang naman ng mga binigay kong question. So, is there any question so far or clarification?
Puto ata yan.
Question or clarification?
Sir, available na po ba yan sa Canvas, sir? Yung mga activities na ipapagawa?
Yeah. After neto, ipapublish ko na siya.
Okay po, sir. Thank you po, sir. Maraming salamat.
Meron na rin doon yung mga, itong mga modules, itong mga PDF na ginawa natin. Okay. So, any other concerns? So, remind ko lang, meron kayong 3 quiz, which is sobrang dadali. Okay. And then for the next meeting will be, ano ba itong schedule natin yan? Thursday. So, next meeting is Monday. So, next meeting will be for the module. So, bibigyan ko kayo ng 3 days para tapusin, or actually a total of 4 days natin binigay ko. 4 days para tapusin yung 3 quiz niya, which is kaya nyo tapusin in 5 minutes. Okay? So, kung wala ng question or clarification, so pwede na kayong mag-leave. And then kung may naalala, let's say hindi nyo natanong ngayon, may question kayo soon, bukas, or sa makalawa, so pwede nyo ako i-message sa Facebook ko. Okay?
Thank you, sir.
Alright, so
Thank you, sir.
bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.
Sir.
Ganyan talaga pag pogi.
Sige. Alright, so I will end this meeting now. So I'll just upload this recorded or pre-recorded meeting later on. I-upload ko pa siya sa YouTube. Alright, so goodbye.